turned 40 recently, and I realized there was no one around from my past to celebrate with me. And I don't know, I just been like on this journey, and I feel like at times it has been lonely. Now, don't get me wrong, I have a wonderful husband, I have a son, but I realize that certain pieces from my past have been missing. And I kind of just went on this journey, and I was just like, yo, no one's here. There's no one to say happy birthday. There's no one to just hug, from my past. And I kind of got really down. I got really, really depressed. And then I started to just do some like soul searching. And I was just like, yo, what is my life like right now? Like, what changed? And I realized that, oh, my life has gotten a lot more simpler, and it's gotten a lot more boring, so to speak. And what I mean by that is there's not a lot of crazy things going on in my life. A lot of things that were happening to me in the past are just not happening to me now. And I had to really sit with myself, and I had to think, you know what? I gotta change my frame of mind, because I'm sitting up here like, yeah, I just turned 40 and there's no one around. And what I realized since I've started to change my frame of mind, my way of thinking about things, is that sometimes people are in your life for seasons. Sometimes they're not in your life for a reason. I'm thinking like, just keep the respect for everyone, because you never know, this season they may not be in your life, but you never know if another season will like bring them back. So I'll just try to keep that open. I didn't try to play the blame game, like, oh, they not talking to me, family ain't talking to me, former friends ain't talking to me. I tried to be positive, because I'm a high believer that putting things out there about people without even talking to them is gossip. So I'm against that. So I just was like, okay, you know what? What did I think wrong? Like, what went wrong? Why did I get so down? And I'm just like, you know what? The first mistake I made is thinking my life is boring. My life's not boring. It's drama free now. I cut down on a lot of drama as I went through like my late 30s. I cut down a lot of drama. I cut out a lot of people that were bringing me toxic energy. And I was just like, you know what? I need a simple life. And sometimes you do have to detach a little bit for your peace of mind. And I realized like a couple years ago, I needed peace of mind. So I started detoxing from certain people, because they were not bringing peace. The energy was so draining, and I just needed a change. And I started making these subtle changes, and they were so subtle that I looked up one day and I turned 40, and I was like, yo, why is things not the same? Where is everybody? And I really had to really think about my relationships with certain individuals, and I was just like, okay, maybe we grew apart, and this is when we grew apart. This is when we had a disagreement on certain things, and I was just like, okay, we parted ways, but not in anger. We just needed space, and for that reason, I won't ever disrespect anybody. But I had no idea that I would look up at 40 and be like, where is everybody? But sometimes change is an uncomfortable process. What you think is lonely, or what I thought was lonely, was just peace. And then I had to ask myself, if everybody fell away, right? Would I be okay with that? And I had to think. And it came down to this: do I love myself? Do I enjoy my own company? And after some deep thinking and soul searching, my answer is yes. I love myself. I haven't always loved myself. I feel like growing up, I always had to go out the house with somebody. I had to always be with somebody. I never really did anything solo. But as I've gotten, towards my late 30s and stuff, I started doing things on my own, and I enjoyed it. Certain things I love to do, go to a thrift store. I love thrifting. I don't need anybody to go with me. It's sometimes as simple as me just sitting down, drinking my nettle tea or some coffee and just being in my thoughts to myself, reading a good book. Like, I don't need anybody. I genuinely enjoy my own company. And I realized something. I'm not lonely. I'm not bored. My life is simple because it's drama free, and there's nothing wrong with that. If people want to think I have a boring life because I'm not running all around the place, that's their opinion, and I don't have any control of that. But I do control how I feel, and I feel like I'm in control of myself. Turning 40, a change happened to me. I got more determined, more outspoken. My confidence went up. I love myself. And I haven't always, like I said. Growing up, I always had these little things about myself. Oh, I want to change this. I want to change that. Guess what? I love myself right now. Yes, I have goals of like getting healthier and things like that, but that doesn't take away from the fact that I love myself. So I am comfortable with being by myself, loving people from a distance, detoxing from toxic energy and people. And I'm just gonna enjoy this next chapter of my life, which is my 40s. I embrace it. I got goals I want to do and achieve, and I just want to go into my 40s embracing solitude. I just want to embrace it. I love being out with my husband and my son, my family, but I love going out by myself too. I don't need anybody. I'm not looking for anybody to make me happy. I feel like that's wrong. It's the wrong frame of mind. Don't expect people to make you happy. You have to make yourself happy. It's like my thoughts on like when people say, oh, somebody's coming to save you. It's just like, save yourself too. While we're here, if there's certain issues in your life, you have the power to change it. And I realize I have the power to change things. So it starts now. I got a voice. I've always liked to talk, and I'm going to use my voice. I'm going to love myself. I used to have insecurities. I'm going to love myself so much that any negative energy that anybody wants to send my way, it's going to bounce off me and return to sender. This is my new chapter. This is my 40s, and I'm excited for the ride. I really am.